tradition started from pure laziness. Every Marine knows about the birthday ball tradition where the oldest and youngest Marines cut the cake together. Beautiful ceremony, right? Well, the real story behind it is way less inspiring. I was stationed with the 2nd Marine Division when I learned the truth from Gunny Patterson, a crusty old-timer with 30 years in. He'd been there when the tradition actually started, back in the early 1980s. You want to know why we do the cake cutting? He asked during a late-night duty shift. Because some lazy staff sergeant didn't want to organize a proper ceremony. Turns out the commandant had ordered all units to celebrate the Marine Corps birthday with more formality, something beyond just getting drunk at the enlisted club. Problem was, nobody knew what the hell that meant. Staff Sergeant Williams was tasked with planning the battalion celebration. Had 3 weeks to put together something impressive for 800 Marines. Instead of planning, he procrastinated for 2.5 weeks. Night before the event, Williams panicked. No program, no speeches written, no ceremony planned, just a big cake from the commissary and a room full of Marines expecting something special. I need ideas fast, Williams told his NCOs. Something that looks traditional but takes zero preparation. That's when Corporal Davis suggested the cake cutting. My grandmother always has the oldest and youngest family members cut birthday cakes together. Says it represents continuity. Williams loved it. Simple, required no rehearsal, sounded meaningful when you explained it right, added some nonsense about passing knowledge from generation to generation, and honoring our legacy. The ceremony lasted exactly 3 minutes. Oldest Marine, crusty old sergeant major with 28 years, and youngest fresh-faced private straight from boot camp. They cut the cake, shook hands, done. Battalion commander was impressed. Outstanding tradition, Staff Sergeant. Very meaningful. Williams nodded seriously. Ancient Marine custom, sir. Represents the eternal bond between experience and youth. Complete bullshit, but it sounded good. Word spread to other units. Did you hear about 2nd Battalion's birthday ceremony? Very traditional, very classy. Within a year, half the Marine Corps was doing cake cuttings. Headquarters noticed and made it official policy. Now every Marine unit worldwide follows the tradition that started because one NCO couldn't be bothered to plan ahead. The irony gets better. Williams got promoted for his innovative leadership in preserving Marine traditions. Made it all the way to Sergeant Major, retired with full honors. At his retirement ceremony, they specifically mentioned his contributions to Marine Corps customs and traditions. Williams stood there accepting praise for accidentally creating the most widespread tradition in the modern Corps. Gunny Patterson was there that night in 1982. We all knew it was made up on the spot, but nobody wanted to admit it because it actually worked pretty well. 40 years later, the tradition has grown beyond the cake cutting. Now there's speeches about legacy, ceremonial sword presentations, formal protocols, elaborate celebrations that would horrify the lazy staff sergeant who started it all. The funniest part? Marines today get genuinely emotional about the ceremony. Talk about the sacred bond between old and young, the passing of warrior wisdom, the unbroken chain of Marine heritage. I've seen hardened infantry sergeants tear up during the cake cutting. These guys have no idea they're getting misty-eyed over a tradition that began because someone procrastinated on party planning. Williams never admitted the truth publicly, took the secret to his grave in 2015. Only a handful of old-timers knew the real story, and most of them are gone now. But Gunny Patterson made sure I understood the lesson. Sometimes the best traditions come from pure accident, and sometimes laziness creates something better than careful planning ever could. Every November 10th, when I watch Marines reverently perform their cake-cutting ceremony, I think about Staff Sergeant Williams frantically improvising the night before. One man's procrastination became the Corps' most beloved tradition. Maybe that's the real Marine Corps way. Adapt, improvise, overcome. Even if you're just trying to cover your ass because you forgot to plan a party.